This time on Turbo Build, we're going to be cleaning up those doors that you may have noticed from last week's episode by giving them a paint job. G'day folks, my name is Brendan. Welcome again to Turbo Build. And while last time you may have seen we made some nice carbon fibre door cards for the race car, unfortunately the doors they were attached to looked absolutely atrocious. So I've pulled the doors completely off the car, and well, the car actually looks kind of funny, doesn't it? It's kind of Flintstonesy. Anywho, you can see in the distance here the doors, and so I've already had a go at them with the sander to clean up the old dodgy paint that was on them, and as you can see they look absolutely atrocious. One of the doors was previously silver and the other was previously red, and while I'm not going to bother filling any of the big bad dents in them, because this is race car, who cares, we will be giving them a really nice paint job, and I think the finish will actually be pretty good considering the way they look right now. So the original doors from this car I took off and I've kept in storage should I ever get into a situation where I need original doors. These doors, however, I acquired for basically nothing from my good friend the Lightyear, and these ones are pretty much toast, as you can see. And while they're both mismatched colours and badly dented, they were cheap and I was able to gut the absolute buggery out of them. So there's pretty much nothing left in them except for what we really need to make them work as doors. I've then, of course, made my own Perspex windows for them, and thankfully today we can clean them up and give them the paint and give them the colour that they actually deserve. So we're going to be using some custom mixed 2K paint, but first, given these things look pretty gross, we're going to give them a couple of coats of primer. Now, if you saw my videos on the fastback, you would have seen the part where we painted that, and as I said there, I'm no professional painter. I do this as a hobby. This is one of the first bigger painting jobs I've ever actually done. So the result we get here is a bit of an unknown, but fingers crossed it turns out okay. I'm just using budget equipment. However, it's the sort of thing you can get from any parts store, paint supply store. You get the idea. Easily accessible stuff. Anywho, we'll run this primer through a filter and start getting it on the doors. After a bunch of coats of primer and some paint, this is the result. And with the door handle in place, I'm actually completely chuffed with how these things have turned out. The finish is absolutely fantastic. There's plenty of gloss, not too much orange peel, and hardly any runs, only a couple. However, to really finish these doors off, there's one thing I need to add. Cue the music. Well, I'm sure you'll agree, the result there is fantastic, and it really finishes off the exterior of the car. Finally, the thing doesn't look atrocious. Finally, the doors actually match the colour of the rest of the car, and finally, the bodywork is done. Anyway, folks, that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, it's been fantastic to have you here. If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up button below, and of course, if you're new, be sure to hit subscribe. You can find us all over the internet. We're Facebook and Instagram as BEAVIS Motorsport, and we've got heaps of cool content at beavismotorsport.com. I've been Brendan, you've been fantastic, and we'll see you next time.